The Dallas Cowboys have officially declined the Chicago Bears' request to interview head coach Mike McCarthy, a decision that has sparked widespread discussion and speculation in the NFL community. The Bears, searching for a new head coach after firing Matt Eberflus mid-season, reportedly sought McCarthy to lead their team back into contention in the NFC North. However, as reported by ESPN's Adam Schefter, the Cowboys rejected the request outright, leaving many to question the motives behind this move. McCarthy, who has a record of 49-35 over 5 seasons in Dallas, has yet to take the team to an NFC Championship game, a milestone many fans expected under his leadership. His tenure has been a mixed bag, with flashes of brilliance overshadowed by inconsistency, including 2 losing seasons. This season's struggles intensified calls from fans for a change in leadership, yet team owner and general manager Jerry Jones appears committed to keeping McCarthy on board for at least another season. The Bears' pursuit of McCarthy is part of a broader effort to revamp their coaching staff following a disappointing 5-12 season. With 6 NFL teams currently in search of a head coach, competition is fierce. Chicago has already scheduled interviews with several high-profile candidates, including former Seattle Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll, Lions coordinators Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, and former Titans head coach Mike Vrabel. They've also cast a wide net, considering both NFL veterans and collegiate leaders like Iowa State's Matt Campbell. This decision by the Cowboys raises questions about their plans moving forward. Could Jerry Jones be doubling down on McCarthy in hopes of a turnaround? Or is the team simply biding time while assessing other options? Some speculate that Jones might already have a contingency plan in place, should the team falter again next season. Meanwhile, for the Bears, this rejection means they must continue their search, potentially shifting their focus to other intriguing candidates, like Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores or Bills offensive coordinator Joe Brady. As the off-season progresses, the Cowboys' loyalty to McCarthy will be tested, and the Bears' pursuit of a new leader will undoubtedly shape their future. Fans and analysts alike will be watching closely to see how these decisions impact both franchises as they aim to rebuild and contend in a competitive league. The Dallas Cowboys' off-season is shaping up to be one of critical decisions, mounting pressure, and, inevitably, complications stemming from the influence of team owner Jerry Jones. While the roadmap for success seems straightforward on paper, the organization's historical tendencies under Jones' leadership often complicate matters unnecessarily. At the core of this off-season lies a clear priority: maximize the remaining window of opportunity with quarterback Dak Prescott and star wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. Both players are still in their prime, and restructuring their contracts could create much-needed cap space. Coupled with securing a contract extension for defensive powerhouse Micah Parsons, who has expressed his desire to stay in Dallas, these moves could position the Cowboys for a strong offseason. However, Dallas faces additional challenges. Key free agents like cornerback Jordan Lewis and defensive tackle Osa Odigizua could attract attention across the league, while aging veterans such as Zach Martin and DeMarcus Lawrence may need to restructure or risk becoming liabilities due to injury concerns. The Cowboys must also address glaring roster holes at running back, wide receiver, linebacker, and on both offensive and defensive lines. But here's where simplicity ends and Jones' influence begins. The team's unwillingness to embrace a forward-thinking approach often stalls progress. Jones' hands-on style has seen him delay critical extensions, like those for Prescott and Lamb, and limit the autonomy of his coaching staff. The controversial decision to deny the Chicago Bears' request to interview head coach Mike McCarthy reflects this tendency, raising questions about whether Dallas is truly committed to finding the best path forward. This lack of urgency in adapting to modern NFL strategies has been a recurring issue. The Cowboys have not conducted a rigorous coaching search since hiring Wade Phillips in 2007, relying instead on familiarity and convenience. Even McCarthy's hiring in 2020 was preceded by interviews with just one other candidate, Marvin Lewis. The pattern suggests Jones' preference for control and loyalty over innovation and bold decision-making. As speculation mounts over McCarthy's future, names like Brian Flores, Pete Carroll, and former offensive coordinator Kellen Moore emerge as potential candidates should Dallas choose to move on. Each comes with distinct pros and cons. Flores could reinvigorate the defense, but faces legal challenges. Carroll brings experience, but might clash with Jones' style. And Moore offers familiarity, but lacks widespread appeal as a head coach. The larger issue, however, lies in the Cowboys' culture. Even with a promising roster, the team's inability to adapt to changing NFL trends has left them without a conference championship appearance since 1995. Fixing the Cowboys isn't an insurmountable challenge. Many analysts and fans can easily point to the moves that need to be made. But doing so within the constraints of Jones' management style is a far more daunting task. Ultimately, whoever takes on the coaching role, whether it's McCarthy for another season or a new face, faces a near-impossible mandate: deliver dominance in the NFC, navigate the complexities of Jones' influence, and find a way to capitalize on a roster with undeniable talent but limited time. The Cowboys' offseason may hold the potential for transformation, but history suggests that meaningful change is far from guaranteed. The Dallas Cowboys coaching situation continues to dominate offseason headlines, with growing speculation about the future of current head coach Mike McCarthy. Despite McCarthy's shaky tenure and the team's disappointing 7-10 record this season, he remains at the helm, for now. However, rumors linking legendary coach Bill Belichick to the Cowboys have sparked fresh intrigue and hope among fans. Belichick, who recently accepted a head coaching position at the University of North Carolina, has been a close friend of Cowboys owner Jerry Jones for years. While his move to college football seemed to signal a step back from the NFL, new reports suggest that his return to professional coaching might not be off the table. According to NFL Network's Tom Pelissero, multiple NFL teams, including the Las Vegas Raiders, have expressed interest in luring Belichick back to the league. Notably, Raiders minority owner Tom Brady has reportedly had conversations with his former coach, fueling speculation about a potential reunion. One key factor in Belichick's potential return to the NFL is his contract with North Carolina. Starting this summer, his buyout clause drops to just $1 million, making it financially feasible for an NFL team to poach him. While insiders like Diana Rossini of The Athletic assert that Belichick is currently committed to building the Tar Heels' future and has no plans to return to the pros, the ever-changing world of sports leaves room for surprises. Rossini reported that Belichick is actively recruiting for North Carolina and remains focused on his college football endeavors. However, she also acknowledged that the allure of NFL competition, and perhaps the right offer, could sway the legendary coach to reconsider. Meanwhile, McCarthy's future in Dallas appears increasingly uncertain. According to Rossini, the Cowboys have been quietly exploring alternative coaching options behind the scenes. She criticized the organization's approach, describing it as leaving McCarthy hanging out to dry. With a record that includes 2 losing seasons in 5 years and no NFC championship appearances, McCarthy has struggled to meet the franchise's lofty expectations. If McCarthy is let go, his next move could see him land in Chicago, where the Bears are searching for a new head coach. Rossini noted that McCarthy has a good shot at securing the position, adding another layer of complexity to the Cowboys' off-season plans. The possibility of Belichick taking over in Dallas remains speculative, but it's a tantalizing scenario for fans hungry for change. Belichick's proven track record of building dynasties aligns perfectly with Jones' vision for the Cowboys. However, his strict coaching style and desire for autonomy could clash with Jones' hands-on management approach. Ultimately, the Cowboys' offseason will likely hinge on Jones' willingness to make bold decisions and adapt to the evolving NFL landscape. Whether that means bringing in a coaching legend like Belichick or sticking with McCarthy for another season, the stakes are higher than ever for a franchise desperate to return to its former glory. For now, the future of America's team remains as uncertain as it is captivating.